this video, my Earth and Lovelies, is going to be about my fantastic time that I had about a week and a half ago. One of the reasons that I've been on hiatus is because I've actually been out in nature filming some fun stuff for this channel, but I haven't gone around editing and narrating it, so that needs to happen really soon. But, so, I will tell you the story. So, I was kind of, like, desperate to get, because, like, okay, my family doesn't really go do a lot of stuff during the summer, so I kind of haven't really done anything. The one thing that I want to do is, because every year there's this area that I always go to in Washington, and that's where I live. Kind of farther away from where I live, and it's a place called, like, Deception Pass, and I've gone there every single year since I can remember. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I have some footage that I'll probably be putting in while I'm talking, so you'll get to see what I'm talking about. But anyway, so it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place, and I love it so, so desperately much. They have many things to offer in this place. If you are interested in forests and hiking trails, just stuff I like to do. There's ocean everywhere. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. They're known for... That was probably the stupidest thing that I'll ever do on this channel. But anyway, they are known for sea life and forest creatures and camping, and I love to camp there. It's awesome. It's beautiful. Anyway, so to get there you have to go through Whidbey Island, which is like this big island. Maybe I'll like put a map up now. You're kind of going through this country. It's like a lot of country stuff like on the way there, and then you kind of like break out of the country like onto the right. There's just this open pocket of beach and like these big like cliffs with like forests. It's amazing. So we decided to go down there. We didn't really know what we were going to do. Like I kind of started talking about how I wanted to go on boats because I love sea life with cetaceans. Love it. So we kind of started talking about going to boats. And so we're like, okay, well, let's go find the ferry. So we were trying to find where the ferries were, and we started driving into Anacortes, and you know, Anacortes is awesome, by the way. And we actually kind of stumbled upon this, like, port. It's like a port town, kind of like Port Angeles, if you've ever been there, which I was born in Port Angeles, Washington, so shout out to my home dogs in Port Angeles, which I have none, but if you're from Port Angeles, then you're awesome. If you're from Anacortes, you're awesome as well. Anyway, so Anacortes is a beautiful little town, and there's, like, everything is, like, decorated with, like, starfish and, like, sandy, beautiful things like that, and it's really just a gorgeous little town. Anyway, so we're driving, and we're like, let's go to the ferry, and then, like, we see this cool, like, this place that's got like a gift shop, and there's like big, you know, whale like stuff on it. So we're like, oh, we should go in there because like I've always wanted to go whale watching, and every time I've gotten the opportunity I've never had enough money, so we didn't go whale watching. But we actually did something really cool. So we stopped in the place. So actually I'm gonna show you the kayaking tours. We actually decided, like on a whim, that we were gonna go on a random kayaking tour, which this is the Anacortes Kayaking Tour, and if you don't see this now, I'm going to show you later, so whatever. Anyway, so it is a sweet deal. So we were like, hell yeah, we're gonna go do this. So we get down there, and I was kind of getting nervous because like I've never, okay, like kayaking in the ocean is one of my all-time biggest fears, but it's also like one of my bucket list things. Like I always really wanted to do it, and like I'm terrified of it, but I really wanted to do it. And so then they tell us we're gonna be in a double kayak, which kind of scares me more because then like, I didn't know this, but like, so I was like, oh, I'm the captain, so I'm gonna sit in the front seat because I've kayaked before, but actually the experienced kayaker should sit in the back because the back person's the one steering, and my mom was like, I'm gonna steer but not paddle at the same time. I was basically paddling the whole damn time. I was getting kind of scared, and then we're like suiting up with like this, like there's like a water trapper thing and then like a life jacket and stuff, and then shit was getting real. So we walked down, we grabbed our kayak, and we like, my mom is like in the back, so she has to get in first, so you have to like get on it, like, because when I got in my kayak the first time, it was like my kayak, like the one that I use on a lake, it's like I just kind of like plop in because it's just me being stupid, but like you have to like straddle the ocean kayak and then like put your feet in a certain way and then like get the pedals out and stuff, and it's just like all this really complicatedness stuff, which is really interesting to me, that we actually made this whole thing work. But so she gets in, and then like I'm like, oh shit, now I have to get in because like the water in Washington is freezing. It's not like Hawaii water where you can like bathe in it and it's like a bath and you can like pour some bubble bath in there. No, you get in there and it's like freezing ass cold. And I bring my camera and like a bag of like stuff because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna take video for my channel. And I'm sorry, there's no video of kayaking. You cannot take video while you're paddling. I don't know where I thought that. So we start to set sail, and I'm starting to freak out because for me, I kind of start to panic when it starts to happen. Shit, like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? So I'm like in this kayak, and then we're starting to like go out into the ocean. So basically, you leave Bowen Bay and you kind of start to paddle out towards the San Juan Islands, and we did like a 3-hour tour, I think. I don't know. But anyway, so we just kind of start to go out, and it's cool because there was like a ton of seagulls like eating some like dead something in the water. And so we start paddling out and we see like a cool blue heron. It was sunny, but it was kind of like cold, so it was perfect weather for me. So you go around these cool caves, and they have like these like huge caves that go in that we actually went into, and they're like covered in like mosquitoes, which is crazy. We see a bunch of seals, like harbor seals, which I think they're kind of like only in a few areas, or like the white seals with like the little spots. And this is for my mom's birthday. She loves seals so much, and she was getting so excited, and I'm getting terrified because like I love the seals and I think they're beautiful, but like I was just like shit, because one seal pops up like 5 feet away from the kayak, and its like head goes boop, and I'm like, oh shit, like, and like adorable, and it's so cool, like it's like, and my mom was like, come here little fella, or like something like that. And so like the seal's starting to paddle towards us. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, like we're in the middle of the ocean right now on a kayak. And then the seal goes under our kayak, and like we kind of like bobbed a little bit, and I was really scared about that. And then there was some seals like sitting on rocks, and then seals like kind of just popping in and out. Like, so there was like the brown seals, so brown seals were popping out, and then like the harbor seals, there were much more harbor seals down here. So that was cool. There was like just a ton of that. And when we first were going, like they have like pictures, like if you can see it, like pictures of like seeing like whales and stuff. And you're not really guaranteed to see any of that. Generally you just see like, you know, seagulls and like stuff. And we saw like blue heron. We saw this bit, but oh anyway, so we got lucky. We were really lucky. We saw this huge bald eagle like swoop down and like eat freaking seagull. Like they fought in the air like right in front of us. It was crazy. But anyway, so we start paddling deeper out into the water, and like they're like, okay, so we're like kind of, you know, halfway through the trip and stuff, and the guy's like, oh, we gotta turn back and like go backwards. So we're like, oh, and stuff, and then just as we, oh, okay, but anyway, first of all, okay, with the cave, so each person, because it was like a guided tour, each person would go into the cave and stuff. So when the other groups were in the cave, when one of the other groups was in the cave, like we saw something in the distance, and it looked like a whale, but it was moving really fast, so I don't know, but like my mom thinks it was a whale, so we might have saw some sort of whale, but it was a really fast whale, and I think it was a solo whale, so I don't know if it would have probably had to have been like a humpback or something, or like the rest of the pod was underneath, but I don't know. Anyway, so there's a kayak in between us, and then a kayak on the other side of that, and then the kayak on the other side of that suddenly like swishes a little bit, and harbor porpoises, like a pod of harbor porpoises with a little baby, come up with it, and like they're like grazing the other guy's kayak, and I'm starting to like freak out, but like it's so beautiful, and like I was getting so excited. Like there was just like a ton of them. There was like 5 or 6 dolphins with like 2 babies, and they like pop up, and they were just like gorgeous and breathtaking. So we just kind of, we stopped our boats and just kind of watched them. And like I've never seen any kind of cetacean in like the water 5 steps away from me. It was really scary, but like it was, I would love to do it again, honestly. It was such a rewarding experience to see like a million porpoises like just like hanging around us, and like, you know, they were just curious about the boats and stuff. Okay, so let me tell you about the kayaking tour. So it's called Anacortes Kayaking Tours, Escape to Reality in the San Juan Islands. So if you've been to the San Juan Islands, you know where I'm talking about, in Anacortes. So you're kayaking between the San Juan Islands and Anacortes. You're kind of getting like close to Anacortes through that. And so the number, if you are interested, is 800-992-1801. And then you can go to www.anacorteskayaktours.com, and I am not plugging, I'm just giving you a good review of this place. It was really just a rewarding experience for me. They have a 1.5 hour trip, they have a half-day trip, and a full-day trip. So there's a 1.5 hour one, there's a 3-hour one, and then there's a 5-hour one. Which the thing is with this trip that you're not like guaranteed to see anything, but apparently they do see the porpoises a lot down there, so I definitely would recommend it. You kind of cool. Honestly, I really recommend it to everybody. For the cheapest one is, it can be as low as $25 to go. So honestly, if you live in Washington or you're going to Washington, I would say come do this, because it's really just the coolest thing ever. But anyway, definitely go check out Anacortes Kayaks. It's really fun. And until next time, my Earth and Lovelies, I'm really sorry that was long-winded, but I'm really excited about that trip that I went on. So